This water will take us to the ocean. Good sized dam downstream, I guess, huh? Someone needs to maintain the trails around here. What's the deal? Maybe if I turn sideways a bit. Yeah.
Is it Shiner?
Oh, that's a good one.
A topo, this is a dumb idea, right?
Mosquitoes are out, which is nice.
Day one.
Good morning, we made it. Last night, the vinyl floor underlayment sleep pad that I had here, it was actually pretty helpful, I think. I could tell when I was off of it and when I was on it. It seemed to keep me significantly warmer on the backside, which is nice. My clothes are definitely still wet, which is good. That's gonna be fun to put those on. Gregory's up and at it, getting the fire going like a champion. I told him I expected my coffee in bed with 2 sugars and cream, and
on it.
he did not deliver.
Stay in bed longer.
Yeah, I should have. Your island is still there. How'd you sleep?
That's great.
Yeah?
Well, as great as you can when you're a side sleeper on a mat.
Yeah. I had some crazy dreams last night.
Yeah?
No, I thought it was so real too. I woke up and I was so relieved. It was a dream. Yeah. It was weird, man. I dreamed that I was like accused of killing my friend. It was crazy. I was accused of killing my friend, and then there was a trial and I was sentenced to be hung. Like immediately. It was the fastest trial ever. And I said, this is ridiculous. Why would I do that? I would never kill my friend. It's crazy. It was really upsetting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but thankfully it was just a dream. Oh yeah, the first little bit of flame in the morning is nice. I mean, I'd take upstream at this point if we could float. Just
Go back to where we started.
if we could float it. You know, you could put socks on and wear those sandals. As annoying as it would be, that'd be one way to keep it from rubbing you. Tell me about this coffee recipe you're making.
It's brown. I told you last time, on the last video, it's brown. What else do you want me to say? It's coffee, man.
It's my favorite coffee recipe.
Remember what was it? A Himalayan marmot peed on this stick, and that's really brings the coffee together.
Seasons it, yeah.
I think it's just Folgers out of that big red.
Oh, and yeah, somebody in the comment section said that there are marmots in Georgia, and they're groundhogs. Groundhogs are marmots, they're the same thing. They're a type of marmot, I guess.
Yeah, they're the same family.
Same family, yeah.
Same family. Himalayan.
And yeah, well, maybe not the Himalayan.
Because the marmots we had in Canada were more like a yeah, I guess they're kind of groundhogish.
Groundhogish, yeah.
But they live way up. I mean, the ones we had, they lived way up in the mountains. I mean, they were like
way high.
We were. I worked on the in Jasper, the Sky Tram, which I don't know what went up to like 8,000, 9,000 feet, and they were always up like high,
Like above the tree line.
yeah, and in the rocks.
Yeah,
they were rock marmots or.
That's where I see them in the Rockies.
Yeah.
Like way up above the trees. Yeah. Our groundhogs are a little bit more lowlanders.
They like to live right beside the road.
Right by the road. Yeah. The whistle pigs. A war wound.
Can't figure out this side.
Had a slight spill, but not to worry. Pro tip, if you're not aware of this one already, I always carry a small little spoon in my pack. I don't carry the full size spoon because it takes up too much space and doesn't fit in my little cup. But a problem that occurs is that you can't get to the bottom of your Mountain House meal unless you slice off the top of the Mountain House meal. Now we're in business.
Or you carry a slightly bigger spork.
Or you carry a spork. The best thing about these machetes is you can just pick up any smooth rock pretty much that you find. And around here, there's no shortage of nice smooth rocks. And you could touch up the blade because it's pretty soft steel. And I move the stone. I don't really move the blade. Some people prefer to do it the other way around, but you just gotta be a little bit careful so you don't slice your fingertip. Other than that, this seems to work the best for me. Just small little circles with the stone. And you can bring the edge back if you've abused it. One of the hardest things to cut around here, the hardest things on the steel, is pine knots. Right where the branches of the pines meet the trunk of the tree, that is really hard, and it will occasionally take chips out of the steel and stuff. I haven't had that issue with this one, but I've definitely broken stuff in the past by chopping through that. Burns really good, but it's tough to chop through. Gregory and I are both wearing exactly the same sandals. These are Bedrocks, and I really like them. And I have not had any issues because, you know, the smart thing to do.
Listen, smart. Listen, yeah.
So you never want to head off on an adventure without breaking in your shoes, or more importantly, probably breaking in your feet. Yeah, breaking your feet in for the shoe. So he's got some rubbish going on these brand new shoes, and
some skin missing.
It's quite irritating, I would imagine, and it's going to get worse if we don't do something. So I think he's going to try the old sock and flop method.
Which is a good look.
Which is nice.
If you're from Maine.
Socks and Crocs. No. What do they do? Birkenstocks and socks?
Socks and Crocs.
Birkenstocks and socks.
Yeah, sorry for anybody from Maine that might be listening.
Oh, you Maynards. This is patented?
Oh, it's just patented technique.
Oh, yeah.
See, look at that. Look at that. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, we're in the toe.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be great.
Locked in.
That's fantastic.
Fixed.
Look at you. Yeah, no problem.
Am I going to use your dry socks for tonight when I sleep? Thanks. Appreciate it.
Sure. Yes, you can have my socks. They are nice.
I didn't ask you for your undies.
No, just the sock. You can have the well, you can have the right sock. I'll take the left sock. And in the middle of the night, we'll switch.
We'll hop. Well, you'll carry me across, sir.
That's it. That's the gear. All right, we're off. We're saddled up, geared up, ready to rock. Next day of trekking, trudging. Not expecting a lot of floating, but I'm optimistic. Gregory's going for a very Euro look. The capri pants, socks, and sandals. His hiking staff. Right? He looks like he's made for the Alps. You don't like it? Currently, these things are a burden, and not a means of travel, not a means of conveyance at all. They're just a burden. A big, huge, 10.5 foot long, 40-pound burden.
We're dragging.
Yeah. But soon, eventually, they're gonna be like the ticket.
Amazing.
It's gonna be so great just to sit down on them and let the current take you downstream.
And we roll into Alabama.
Straight into Bammy.
Bammy.
That's gonna be good.
Does Mobile even have beaches? Like, are we going the wrong way? Did anybody check if Mobile has beaches?
I've never heard of anyone saying,
Anybody
hey,
watching this video,
hey, I'm going to
tell
the
us-
beach.
Tell us if Mobile has beaches, because we're heading there for the beach.
Yeah, yeah. What are the beaches like in Mobile? They've gotta have beaches.
And which one should we go to?
We should have checked that out. Maybe there aren't any beaches. Dang it. Well, once we hit the Gulf, we could just hang a right and go to Mexico.
Oh, Mexico.
Mexico's got great beaches. The river, there she is. Down there somewhere. But all this is in the way. Yeah.
That drives me crazy.
People like this are the worst. The river right here looks, I mean, we're obviously gonna have to get over some of the little rapids and stuff, but it looks somewhat floatable. Now, bear in mind, this is a significant waterfall, not very far that direction, but there is a branch, a small little creek that flows in on the right side of the stream up here. And once we see that, probably need to get out of the river just so we don't, because potentially the walls could be like that on both sides. And if we get kind of canyoned in, that would be less than ideal. Gregory, what are your thoughts?
Well, we drag these paddleboards for days, so we should probably use the paddleboard for minutes. That's my thinking.
Agreed.
Agreed?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're standing. Oh,
First time in a while.
It feels so nice.
Oh, the board's carrying me instead of the other way around.
It's doing what it's supposed to do.
That's so great.
Just like that? Did you run aground?
Apparently.
An entire river.
Man, I did not see that at all. Oh! Woo! We did it! Uh-oh. That's why there's some deep water right here. Oh, not a good start. Not a good start. Come on, baby! We're approaching the falls now. We've got this nice wide open spot where I can actually use my pole as a pole. That's really deep right there. I can use the pole as a pole, which is great. But right here, the land is contouring down and there's gonna be a small little branch coming into the creek right here, coming into the river right here. Almost guaranteed, and that's the one that we kind of identified as where we probably should get out. And it's starting to look kind of rapidy right here anyway, which means we're getting close to the falls. Right here is just upstream of the falls. Right there, off in the distance, that's where the falls take off right there. And I think there's some sort of trail right here. I don't know for sure about that. When I was a kid, I was walking on a tree kind of like this one. Kind of like this one, but it had been broken off and there was a bunch of sticks and splinters sticking out. And I slipped like that. And a big stick, not quite that big obviously, but a big stick about the size of my finger went straight into my calf, almost out the other side. That was a bad one. Be careful when you're walking on
Bungee sticks.
on bungee sticks, that's right. Oh man, look at that one. Ooh, That would suck. Something that I've done before that's worked quite well on backpacks that don't have a little chest snappy-do is this right here. You just take a small little piece of paracord right there, like that. I tie it permanently, well, semi-permanently, with a bowline knot onto one strap, and then you go around the other strap and you can pull it through. You take the tag in through the loop, and then you just tie it off with a little half-hitch little slip loop like that with a stopper knot. You can pull it nice and tight, and then when you want to take it off, it's just as simple as pulling that, but it stays really securely. It never really comes undone, and it really helps keep the pack from moving around on you and causing some chafage. And I should have done this yesterday, I just wasn't thinking about it. But there we go. The first fall right here. Yeah, sure would. I was just talking to Gregory about how this would look when the water's up at its kind of max. The water would be flowing up over top of these rocks right here and just bucketing over the side of all of this, and it would be intense. I would love to come see this when it's in flood stage. We should try that actually. Whenever we know the river's flooding, big rains, we should hike in here just to see it. This would be crazy.
Although that river would be pretty treacherous to cross.
We'll come from the other way. You don't have to cross the river. Don't want to go that way. Ready? So we're getting back in the river. This is a paddleboard trip, not a hiking trip. So we need to paddle, or pole, or
Paddler.
Drag.
But in the water.
So the steepness, so if you look at the map, the terrain lines, the
Contours?
contour lines, there we go. The contour lines are really close together on both sides of the stream here. And you can tell just by looking around that that's the case. It's really, really steep. What that means for us, hopefully, is that the river is narrower but deeper. Same volume of water, but just in a deeper channel. So hopefully we can float a bit more and less dragging of these big clunky things through the woods. Let's boogie. Oh, slip rocks. Slick rocks. Slick rocks. This is slow going, but it's much more enjoyable than the trail. Not as hot, much more fun. What hurt? What'd you hurt? Twisted the back. That's not good. You're supposed to break your fall with your head. Woo!
What's really strange is usually where there's this moss, it's good grip, but some places it's slick.
Yeah.
Like that one?
I got it. We're okay.
So I'm falling left and right. Gregory's falling left and right. Banged his melon yesterday. I've managed to not hurt myself when I fell. I've fallen gracefully. but traveling on these slippery, slick rocks is it's a little hazardous, to be honest with you. Some felt-soled shoes would probably be a really good idea if you were to do this kind of thing, but we don't have that. So, my question for you, Gregory, is for the aging adventurer, not that you're old, but for the aging adventurer, do you have any advice? What do you got?
Slow and steady.
Slow and steady.
Nice. Because they can't keep up with the young guys, but you just keep plodding and you make up the ground.
Okay. All right. What about people that say that I'm too old for this?
I'm 61. I got another 10, 15 years of this. And then I'll start looking at fishing or something.
Something a little lower impact.
But as long as as long as everything works, you got to keep the weight off, right?
Yeah.
As you get older, you got to get back to your 18, 20-year-old weight.
Working weight. Fighting weight.
You got to, because otherwise you're carrying that and your muscles can't
support it anymore.
Joints can't support it.
Yeah, if you were overweight, let's say a 50-pound overweight guy, which a lot of people are very easily 50 pounds overweight, and you're trying to travel through this, it's going to be really tough and pretty kind of reckless, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you're gonna hurt something, pop something, and then it's incumbent on
everyone
your
else
party to get you out.
Yeah, if I was to slip and break my leg, I would be reliant upon Gregory to go get help or help get me out of here or whatever. And if I am not physically capable and I haven't prepared myself to be able to do stuff like this, that's kind of selfish, to be honest with you, to some degree, because you're relying on everyone else around you to take care of you because you haven't done what you're supposed to do. Maybe that's a little harsh.
I guess it's different if you're like a 30-minute like loop that you're going. I mean, of course, take it on, because if something happens, there's always help. But out here,
we haven't seen a single person.
It's kind of remote, and heaven forbid a serious accident.
Yeah.
I mean, a broken arm, broken leg. I mean, you can deal with all of that, but something serious like a concussion,
major head trauma,
like when you hit like this, I don't know if you can. Does that show?
Oh yeah.
that was a slick rock.
Yeah.
That took me out and put me into the rock. And I'm reasonably agile. Well.
Yeah, you're pretty nimble.
Agile.
Pretty nimble.
I could have been unconscious. I could have had a cerebral hemorrhage, and then time is an issue, and distance is the tyranny of distance. Right?
Yeah. So I had a point I was going to make, and I forgot what it was. Oh, yeah. Well, mileage-wise, like straight line mileage-wise, we're not that far from stuff, per se.
Ditch the boards.
Yeah, we're not that far straight line mileage-wise. But as far as being able to access this place, you're looking at helicopter med flight out of here. That's what you're looking at. I mean, because a crew coming in here to carry you out 7-8 miles is not very realistic. And the bill alone for something like that would be astronomical. So let's try to avoid that. Don't get hurt. There's proof that dinosaurs are still roaming the hills. Look at that. It's a big one. Pistachios.
No salt, no protein.
Yeah, salty fatty foods are the way to go. Oh yeah.
How you feeling about this?
Not good. Not good.
Just don't bash your noggin. Anything else is fine. No noggin bashing.
Anything with the head, got it.
No head injuries. Oh yeah.
on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Nailed it.
That's a straight up cliff right there. Man, that would be a challenge to climb that. Not gonna happen with a paddleboard. You good? What a cool little spot right here. Oh, these are record breakers. Man.
Ready?
Yeah. Hey! A lot of faith you have in me right there.
A lot of trust.
I'm taking a rock to the head races today.
I'm not too confident in this one. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Oh, we're gonna hit a rock. Yeah, it looks like it's just been cut off with a tool, you know?
Yeah. Big trout down there. That's the biggest I've seen.
Yeah? Right. That's a good fishing hole right here. We were talking about, us being so spoiled from a lot of things. But in particular, one thing comes to mind, that's transportation. We can drive, we can fly anywhere in the world. Doesn't really cost that much relatively speaking, and it's just so fast and so easy and so convenient, so comfortable. But it's traveling like this that makes you appreciate what we have, and traveling like this gets you in kind of a rhythm. Like, we're traveling pretty slow on this river, but I'm just kind of floating along, hit a rock, get up, push the boat, keep floating along, hit a rock, get off, push the boat, and it's just this steady kind of rhythm, and I'm just kind of singing to myself and passing the time. I'm not listening to any music, I'm not listening to some sort of podcast, I'm just taking in the sounds of the river and the scenery around me, and I don't know. I think it's something that I miss a lot in my life. I don't take the time to do it, and I think it's an important thing for me to do on a more regular basis.
On that section.
Yeah. You made it.
Made it.
Overall, feeling pretty good. Got a little bit of, feet issues and knee issues from kneeling on the paddleboard. Other than that, no major problems. Life is good. Carry on. Hard left. Hard left. When they play their music, Still got it. Stepped off the board and into a hole that was neck deep. Just testing the depth. Right at 6 p.m. and running a little bit low on fumes. So what we're gonna do is just make camp here on the side of the river, and we found a reasonably flat spot right there behind all that. So yeah, a little bit of fuel in our bodies would be much appreciated. It's a good spot though. Beautiful place. Camp.
Nice, what do you call it? Forest holly?
Ground holly. I don't really know what it's called actually. Anybody know what this is called? I'm calling it ground holly because it has the red berries like holly trees. Look at my hands. How pruned up and
Shrivel.
yeah, this is a nice little setup we got going on here. Check this out. All our stuff laid out on the big log. Gregory's got the fire going already. Johnny on the spot. Look at my dirty old rotten log. And he's got
Nice,
pristine
right?
shag carpet.
Let me just groom it a little
Oh,
bit. This is the man, what is it, Manscaped.
manscaping. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, look at that.
Dang. I'm a little bit envious, to be honest
Wow.
with you. Juicing up my phone with a battery bank, and I just sent a text via satellite with the Garmin InReach Mini here to my wife, updating her of our pickup time. I don't carry this thing very much. It's situations like this, it's really handy because with zero cell phone service, no way to send a text or get a call. So the InReach Mini is hiccup, a lot of tuna fish. It's pretty handy. All right, we're taking our emergency ration and we're doing dessert. Don't judge us. Woo! Cheers it. Cheers. And starving all day. I think we're burning, I don't know how many calories we're burning today, but it is a lot. 5,000 to 10,000 calories is my guess per day. This is a lot of work dragging these boats down the river. Today was a shorter day. We started at 9-ish, and we stopped at 6, right?
Yep.
So 9-hour day, just nonstop, pretty much, constant movement all day long. And I've just been starving, just wasting away. So I'll take the extra calories. Good night.
Good night, man. Great day. Great day.
Look like you're in a body bag over there.
I kind of am in a body bag.
Great day. Good night.